I'm Amy, and welcome to Harpy Stitch. This is Flosstube number 6. We are filming on October 29th of 2023. Welcome to anybody who's new, and welcome back to my subscribers. Mad Morty, thanks again for shouting me out a second time, and you're welcome. Your channel's great. We're now up to 77 subscribers. Yay! I'm sorry about my voice. I'm a little croaky. I've had a really bad cold, and I'm still getting rid of the congestion from it. A little life update. I have had my second treatment for my eye. It's gotten a little bit better, so hopefully it will continue to do so. I am stitching very slowly for myself these days. I just have to be a little bit more careful, especially if I'm doing 2/2 on the small fabric. I can't take the patch off quite yet because my left eye sees everything as if it's looking through the wrong end of a telescope, and my brain has not gotten used to my eyes not agreeing with how far things away are yet. Although it's not as far as it was before my treatments. So crossing my fingers that it gets 100% better. But even if it gets twice as good as it is now, I think I'll be able to get rid of the patch. So that'll be exciting. School's kept me busy. I had a book fair, parent-teacher conferences right after my last Flosstube. I did focus mostly on Halloween stitching this month, and I joined the Magical Stitches Facebook group. I've got all of the most recent challenges done except for 4. So I'm going to work on those over the next couple of days. And it is why I did a lot of stitching that wasn't necessarily Halloween and spooky related to fulfill those prompts. We are playing around with the format of this Flosstube, so if you have any suggestions or improvements or, anything like that to help us out and let us know what you'd like to see, we'd appreciate it. All right, new starts. I actually have quite a few, mostly, as I said, focused on Halloween stitching. My first new start for you today is Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett. I got it out of a Crossstitch magazine from a few years ago. This is what it'll look like when it is done. And this is where I am. I started it on the 3rd of October this year. It is on 32 count Yellowstone by Needle Bling. It has 17 colors, and I'm doing it 2/2. This one was a little bit challenging. All the browns are blending together. There's like 3 or 4 browns in there, and it's really hard to see that there's multiple browns. So I got a little bit messed up a couple of times and had to fix some things.
Looking outside, the weather's beginning to clear up now. Hope you're enjoying your evening.
My second new start is Fortune Teller by Jessie Schoefield. It came out of the Halloween magazine for this year. It will look like this when it is done. And this is where I am. I started it on October 5th. It's on 40 count Haunted by Serafina. There are 40 colors, and I'm doing it 1/2. It's so pretty. I love the fabric. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna fill in all of the black or leave some open to let that show through. My third new start this month was the Supernatural Sal by the Witchy Stitcher, #StitchyForWitchy. I'm really enjoying it. I've got the frame for the unicorn done. I started this on October 9th. It is on 25 count Country Mocha Lugana. It has 21 colors, and I'm doing it 2/2. I'm using the DMC Etoile 550, which is a purple for the border. I do plan on doing the Cryptid Sal as well, and that one I think I'm going to do in the dark pistachio etoile, and so they'll kind of go together, even though they'll have different border colors. My fourth new start this month was another copy of the Shawshank Redemption Sampler by ssdesigner Props on Etsy. I started it on October 12th. It is on 11 count ivory Aida, and it is 3/1, and it only has 4 colors. I've made these before many times, and I'm sure I will make some more. So if you want to see it multiple times, please let me know. If you're like, nah, I've seen it, move on. Let me know that too. Now for whips. I got a lot done this month between my Tiny Decisions apps and focusing on Halloween projects and the Magical Stitches prompts. I did not read the book this time and I did not have time, but I will get into that next. My first whip for you is Seductive Kermit by the Witchy Stitcher. It will look like this when it is all done. And this is where I am now. I started this on August 12th. It is on 32 count black Lugana. It has 12 colors and I'm doing it 1/2. My second whip is Rare Horrorfly Sal by Noctifloradesigns. I started this on August 3rd of this year. It is on 18 count hand-dyed fabric by Witch's Garden Crafts. The name of the color is Deadly Blooms. There are 18 colors and I'm doing it 2/1. Got behind on this, as many things. I am excited because they added figure numbers, like to make it look, and the names optional. They gave us the pattern so that we can make it look more like a botanical book. And then there was a bonus pattern for the life cycle of a lunatic moth as a thank you for joining the first Sal, and it is so pretty. And it's even got like figure 1, just like in the old antique science books. So that was really cool. My third whip is the Storybook Halloween from 2002 by Stitchonomy. I started it on July 5th. It is on 14 count oatmeal Aida. It has 19 colors and I'm doing it 2/1. I'm using a 12 for the black etoile for the border. I finished Pennywise. I finished the lips from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've made a start on, I think it's the house on the house on the left and Death Head's Moth, and then Creepy Scarecrow. So I am excited about how, sorry, I had a needle fall out. I just found it. Hopefully not in a painful way. I'm really enjoying how it comes out. I think it'll be really cute. And I am looking forward to seeing it all done. My fourth whip is Letters from Hogwarts by Cunning Crossstitch. Here's where I was last time. And here's where I am now. I started it with my friend Teresa on August 24th. It was a birthday start for her. I'm doing it on 32 count stone gray even weave fabric of some kind. It has 44 colors and I'm doing it 2/2. Right now, Teresa is kicking my butt on this because she's both only really been working on it while I've been working on multiple projects. So we'll see if I can catch up with her before it's time for us to roll the next set of dice. My next whip for you is Dancing in the Moonlight by Praiseworthy Stitches. This is what it will look like when it is done. And this is where I am. I started this on May 29th of this year. I'm doing it on 36 count Mystic by Picture This Plus. It has 15 colors and I'm doing it 2/2. I am using all the called fors except for one because my LNS was out of one of them. I kind of lost my stitchy bug for this one, but Magical Stitches helped me and made sure I worked on it this month. It is a little bit trickier with the darker fabric and the one-eyed situation I got going on, but it is is coming along nicely. My next whip for you is my Overlook Sal. It was designed by Robin Allen for the Kingverse Crossstitch group on Facebook. This is where I was. And this is where I am now. I started it on July 5th, the day of the starts. It is on 32 count Belfast Stormy Cloud. There are 13 colors in the frame and I'm doing it 2/2. My next whip for you is the Goth Temp Stitch Along. I am using the expanded temperature range that was created by Stitchy Bitch. Here's where I was last time. Here's where I am now. I started the books on January 6th of this year. I am doing this on 28 count French Lilac by Picture This Plus. There are 50 colors and I'm doing it 2/2. I had gotten really behind, like 2.5 months behind. And thanks to Magical Stitches, I did my 200 stitches that I needed for that. And then I just decided to go ahead and get caught up. So I'm all caught up as of yesterday. So I'm really excited. I think it is going to be beautiful and I'm almost done. Then it will be the back stitch, which I might have to break up into segments so I don't go a little bit nuts. My final whip for you is the Kingdom of Lifestyle by Stitchonomy. This is where I was before. And this is where I am now. I started this on July 4th of this year. It is on 14 count DMC Ada, then a blue and green colorway. It has 25 colors and I'm doing it 2/1. So this is really, when I do stitch it, this stitches up super fast. So if I just do it, it'll be done very soon. Now, haul. I finally got my September World of Cross Stitching magazine like last week. They told me that the October should be here in just a few days. Hoping it will before November's is also here. They changed distributors or something, and then the database, it took a while for the database at the new company to get caught up, is what I was told. So this is the little additional free cross stitch kit card in the World of Cross Stitching in September. He is so cute. Love him. And here is the cover. There's just a few in here that I really like. This is one Woodland Wonder. It is a mandala style badger. He's really cute. School cards for teachers. As I said in my previous one, my Flosstube Extra, as a teacher, I look for stuff that I could use in school, either to give to kids or celebrate coworkers and stuff like that. And that's a whole teddy bear and school themed set. So that's pretty cool. And my inner science space geek, not great at the science, but I do love a good space theme. Yes, she can. I was really eager to get that one. I think it's amazing looking, and I'm trying to figure out where I would put it when I stitch it, if I get around to it. A Wild Night. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love dragonflies. In the design, it says to stitch the background, but what I would do, I think, is get some really pretty like sunset or colored fabric, and then just do the black stitches, and then the moon, and stitch that, and just leave not do it full coverage. I also got my Just Cross Stitch for the month. And here is Maroomy's Crafts Design. I'm so excited for her that she got it in there, and it was kind of cool. I mean, I'm not super close friends with her or anything, but it's somebody I know that got it their cross-stitch design in a magazine, which is pretty cool. Mother Nature Christmas to go on along with Mother Nature Halloween. The squirrels are super cute. Not sure these are my design, my style 100%, but I do think they're really cute. It says the old sled. This one reminds me of a sled that my husband's had since he was really little. It's in our closet right now. We're thinking about hanging it up somewhere, and I could even drape seasonal cross stitches off of it if I wanted. So a little bit of a nostalgia bomb for that one. Hello Winter with just some charming little birds. And it's nice to have a winter design that isn't Christmas for those people who don't do Christmas. The snuggle is real. I mean, it's an adorable kitten in a slipper. Magical snowflakes. He's just a cute, happy snowman having a good time. And he's not wearing Christmas colors, which is very rare for snowmen and cross-stitch designs. I just had those 2 pieces of haul. Very small haul. So, plans for November. I'm going to be focusing on my Yule Pentacle by Kick Stitches and Cape Honeybee. These are intended as gifts for my child and my son-in-law. Continue working on the Magical Stitches prompts for the next month. I am planning on doing a New Year, New Start, January 1st. And I thought it would be really fun to have you guys pick it in a poll on YouTube and Instagram. So I'll be posting that poll right after we get this one posted. That gives me time to, get the supplies if I don't have them for January. My last piece of little bit here is my quilt. I finished the front panel. So if you don't care about the quilt, skip ahead about 30 seconds to a minute. This is my panel, my front panel. I am going to be finishing it on Friday. The batting and the binding in the back, and I'm so excited. It's really hard to tell in the picture, but the blue is iridescent. So I think once it's finished, it will end up replacing the quilt that's currently on my chair and be gracing you with its presence every floss tube. I have 3 shout outs for you this time around, people that I've been enjoying watching. One of them is Elektra Silverfox. There's only 4 videos for this floss tube, but he is a French art student. He films his floss tubes in black and white, except for color pictures of the work. He is very into the history of stitching, and he talks about books that he's gotten, the resources about different embroidery. He gets lots of books on the history of stitching in different styles and formats, and he experiments with style. And he actually used cross stitch for one of his art projects to turn in for school. So it's really interesting to see a different perspective, a different culture, and a different lens since he's an art student. So it's kind of interesting to see how he views it differently than us plain old hobbyists. I also started watching Man Darcy. He is hilarious. Variety of projects. I know a lot of you already know who he is. He has a ton of followers, or subscribers, I should say. But he just cracks me up. And if you like beer, he also tends to recommend a beer every episode. So if you need a good laugh, I'd check him out. Another floss tuber, my final shout out for this time around that I just discovered is FlightlessStitcher, Toni, a Kiwi stitcher from New Zealand, obviously. She's funny, she's sarcastic, great projects, a wide variety. I am a bit jealous that she lives in the Shire. I am not gonna lie. She lives in the actual Shire, and I'm actually really quite jealous of that. Because who doesn't want to go to Hobbiton and the Shire and hang out with the hobbits? Our final piece is our book recommendations for the week. My first recommendation is a book I came across accidentally. I was thinking that it was going to be a book about the history of blackwork and how that came about and the history of the art form. It was not a history. It was actually a mystery. The book is Blackwork by Monica Ferris, and it would be counted as a cozy mystery, so nothing gory or gross. The weirder thing is that I found this completely by accident, and the main character owns a cross-stitch store. And on top of that, they also live in Minnesota, and I've been to many of the places mentioned in this book. So it was really kind of weird for me to be seeing places I've actually been. They actually talk about cross-stitch and have cross-stitch groups. So you actually get to hear them discuss their cross-stitch projects and discuss the murder at their stitch meetups. It was the 13th book in the series. I didn't know some of the backstory, but I was able to follow along. So if you like cozy mysteries, you might want to check that one out. My child recommendation is called Turn the Tide, and it is by Elaine Demopoulos, I think. It is a recent release. It is a novel in verse about this girl who moves from New York to an island in Florida, and she is inspired by some young girls overseas who are activists against plastic pollution. And it talks about her trying to end the use of plastic bags on this little island, getting used to leaving her best friend behind and adjusting to a new place to live, as well as ending some plastic pollution in her area. It's suitable for about 4th graders, I would say. It's a good age for that one. So if you work with kids, or if you have a passion for plastics pollution and ending it, it might be worth checking out. It was great hanging out with you today, and enjoy reading, enjoy stitching, do whatever makes you happy. Have a great day.